Welcome to the new normal in Canada, where getting out and about ain't what it used to be and neither is doing business. The new social dynamic has given rise to the work from home with kids underfoot business culture. Are you new to the world of working from home and being your own boss? Are you stoked about the idea, or is it causing a kerfuffle in your work and home life balance? Well, hang on to your toques, because you're about to discover secrets to finding your niche, having a solid game plan, and giving her all you got. All right, it's time to get at her. My name is Sue Charlebois. I'm the author of The New Normal, Working from Home and Loving It. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we're continuing with episode 3. And in the first part of episode 3, we were talking about being a sales rep or manufacturer, which is basically sales and distribution of a product, right? And that is definitely one avenue you can go. So, but now I want to talk about intellectual property. And this is one of the ones where I actually make most of my income as a freelancer. So my other company, HandJam, is pretty much on autopilot. I don't put in a lot of hours in that company over the year. You know, a little bit of social media, which, you know, I've started to outsource. I've started to outsource. You know, we've got our commercials made and stuff like that. So, you know, that's good. You know, it runs automatically. But intellectual property, this is one of the ones that I really like. So a perfect example of intellectual property is my book. Buy my book. Okay, so basically, you know, you write it once and you can sell it 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 times, right? A million times maybe would be great. And that work, you know, I mean, you have to maintain it, you have to promote it, but it remains a body of work that doesn't disintegrate, it doesn't devalue over time. It may become obsolete, like in the case of my book. It's really relevant. I wrote it now during COVID. The links that are in it are all government reference links to, you know, how to register your business, tips for marketing, different books you can read, and these are all on the market now, currently in 2020. So, you know, maybe in 5 years from now, the book will be a little less relevant and we'll need to do a second edition and, you know, update it. But in general, that's a much smaller job than writing the book in the first place. So intellectual property is something that holds its value over time and can even gain value over time. So let me give you an example. So when I first write this book, it's not really worth very much because nobody's bought it, even though it might be full of fantastic information that everybody should have. Everybody should have it. But my point is not everybody has it, and people don't know how great it is. So you got to get the word out. You got to get enough people reading it, responding to it, giving you feedback, so that the word of mouth can start to happen. So when you write intellectual property, you know, for example, if you give some writing, you may have to give some away. Now, when I wrote The New Normal, one of the first things I did is I gave away a free copy on the launch day, the day that it was published. I put an ad in on my Facebook, on my LinkedIn, everywhere. It was my birthday. I knew everybody's going to be hitting up my website, up my Facebook page, and I invited everybody to like it and download it. And I think I probably got about 15 people. Not very many, but still 15 people who downloaded it. And but from those 15 people, I got 3 amazing reviews. And so that was really great. Now, of course, in those first reviews, you know, a lot of those people are going to be your friends and they want to encourage you and they don't want to say bad things, you know, so they don't want to hurt your feelings. They, you know, because people are generally nice, you know. But at the same time, you want the negative feedback, like or the constructive feedback, okay, on your intellectual property, because it forces you to become a better writer, clearer, more thoughtful, with more focus and a direction. And so I'm very grateful to my editor, Stephanie. So when she picked up the book, now she had read it, right? But sometimes when you see the actual physical book, she found 25 very minor spelling mistakes, or like, I don't know. I haven't, you know, and spacing mistakes. So, you know, this is something that we can go and correct, and we can polish it up and then we can do A/B testing on it, and take it to the next level, right? Take the book to the next level. And then once you do that, once you polish it all up, then you have a really viable, great product that you've tested on the market. You've got, you've gotten legitimate feedback on it. And so this is a little bit more of a long-term investment, right? And it takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of mental structure. Writing a book with you with ADHD is probably a very, very difficult task. So unless you have a really good coach or a really good plan in front of you, I really suggest to everybody, if you're going to write a book, man, you need a formula, and you need a timeline, and you need some commitments to yourself, and you need to work the plan. All right, so moving on from books, there's also blog writing. So one of the things I like about blog writing is it's quick. It can be relevant to the time. So for example, I started a personal blog called Soap and Water, which was basically my reaction as a single mother to COVID-19 and how I responded. And I took a little break because I was writing the book, but I plan on maintaining this for the whole year of 2020, or at least until, I guess the pandemic status is lifted. I'm doing it, one, as a way to kind of mark time, and to maybe just sort of be a voice out there for other single parents who are in similar situations. And I find it therapeutic. But okay, getting back onto how blog writing can be a paying gig is through affiliate marketing. So organizations like CJ, like again, it's all in the book, Commission Junction, Amazon affiliates, and there's 1,000 more. And if you buy the book, you'll notice that almost all of the links that I have in the book are affiliate marketing. So when you click on them, and if you use their service, then I could actually earn a commission. And so that's what blogging is you're putting ads in the blog, and you're hoping that people will click on them. And the more relevant your ads are to what you write, and the more relevant what you write is to the times, current news, or current interest, the more traffic you're going to get. And one of the skills you need to have if you're going to be a good blog writer is to learn how to do SEO, which is search engine optimization. So that's that. And then the third way that I make money from writing is I do ghostwriting. So I actually write blogs for other people under their names. And usually these are people who are influencers, don't have a lot of time, but they've got to maintain, multiple platforms. So you become familiar with their persona, with their core values, whatever it is that they're promoting, and you write from that perspective. And when you write well, and you kind of mimic their tone and style, usually you can keep that gig for a long time, assuming that they can keep it going for a long time and they can make their business run. So blog writing can be quite lucrative. I blog write at least ghostwriting. I ghostwrite at least once or twice a week. So again, it's not a ton of money, but it's just this little bit of money that I can bill out. I got the birds outside my door. So that's it. All right, so now let's move away from writing, because intellectual property is not just writing. It's all creative things that you do. Into some of these sites too. Again, it's a very competitive market, so yeah. All right, so I'm going to we're going to stop this video on intellectual property, and we'll pick this up again just a little bit. We'll continue this episode 3 in the next video.